Hi, I'm the Wandering Newbie. It's time for more Record Keeper. Today, we have the FF6 event. Let's, let me just double check this real quick. No, okay, here, it's fine. Maniacal Clown. It's Kefka. Period. Alright. Yeah, as the... Well, actually, the push notification also says, like, Final Fantasy Record Keeper sets, whatever. But yeah, as the push notification says, today's going to be a lot of fights. Because we have this, we have the Neo Torment, and then we have the Quarter of Trials. So, a lot to do today. Excuse me. Sorry about that. Looking for something interesting. Something that piques my interests. Something that loads in a bit better. Yeah, it should already be changed. It should now say Record Keeper. I'll just double check that real quick. No, it still fucking says it. What the actual fuck? Alright, update information. Reload. Oh my lord. Kill. Stop. I cannot get it to turn away from Hoshiami. This is actually ridiculous. Command to change stream game Twitch. Nope. This is actually super fucking frustrating. Okay. I have reloaded. There we go. Fucking Christ. Twitch, fix your shit. People aren't going to show up for Record Keeper Day if the thing says I'm not playing Record Keeper. And that's not just a, like a hearsay sort of thing. Like, people have gotten that where they've forgotten to change the game. They've had lower viewer turnout. Fuck it. Those first battle load times, huh? Also, I agree. The break level cap change thing is super powerful and good. There we go. Hello, Rexol. Goodbye, Rexol. Oh no. The move. This guy in particular. Well, have I gotten anything good off of the parade pools yet? I actually generally wait to do the parade pulls all at once. So, no, not yet. Second time's a charm. Exactly. Has like 110,000 health or something like that. Alright. Let's continue to power through these easy ones, though. My daily pull, yes. I actually did get a 6-star. I got a Ingus, Chef Boy. I got his USB, which will be nice and useful. Whenever that Torment comes around. Unfortunately, right now my my Magicite Fire team is pretty locked in stone. It's gonna take a pretty big thing to actually get my Magicite team to shuffle. But yeah. Having another fire DPS will always be nice. A lot of my Magicite teams are physical. Which isn't to say that I don't have good magic stuff. I do. I just, like, until recently, actually, I didn't get a good... It wasn't until I got Ash's USB that I actually had, like, something decent for magic. It's really weird in that regard. Well, yeah, new Magicites are coming out. Unfortunately, I'm not even done 4-star yet. I'm really dragging my heels with them. I'm almost done Water Magicite, so it's 5 out of 6, which means I'll finally do a 4-star Magicite video here when 5-star almost comes out. But, yeah. Some of them, like some of the Magicite just being complete slogs, gives me like no motivation to do them, and it sucks. Also, welcome to Terra. She's magic. Terra's most threatening thing is that she has a percentile attack. Tornado. Aside from that, she doesn't deal much damage. And it seems like her defenses are actually fairly low as well. It makes sense that the FF6 sprites look more natural. Since most of what is in Record Keeper is based off of the FF6 sprites. Man, I'm even worse than that. Not too Finn. I missed the monthly Mithril last month. I was doing it and dozed off. It's just the fact that I'm on fucking Kraken right now. And Kraken is like... People complain about Isgabine. Isgabine's like fucking nothing. I hate Kraken. No, the other one that kills me is people complain about fucking Ixion, and Ixion's like, okay, yeah, Ixion can be annoying. Why does nobody complain about Kraken? What if though? Well, that's it. Like, even at that point, like, hold up. I forget if it shows it here. I think you actually have to go in. Okay, yeah, they don't show the record out here. I want to say my record for Kraken is like 23 seconds. It's super fast. Doesn't make it any better. It also doesn't help the fact that, like, Kraken is only giving me Gizmalukes from drops. I don't have a full Octomammoth yet, and it's not even giving me Duke Kraken, so I could do, like, inherit 15% waters. Is it reliable 23 seconds? Like, I have reliable clear, and as long as I don't get hit by a stop, I'm under 30. It's just like, yeah, there's so much RNG. Like, oops, I got countered, and 2 inks to the same person, so they're dead. Honestly, it's like, oh, is it just RNG? It's like, I think Kraken might be one of the most RNG fights. Just flat out. I just realized I took Onion Knight. I'll be fine. Sorry, I'm thinking. Also, holo dropping frames. So yeah, it's another one of those wave-based fights. Magic's king. Lightning, specifically. You can kind of just go to town with whatever. These guys in the middle aren't weak to lightning. But with a proper use of the move, other stuff, you'll be fine. I didn't even bring Protect. Proper debuffing works way better, as it turns out. Watch as I make this wave disappear. Me and the multiplayer crew haven't attempted Kaiser yet, though. Seeing that it's only money rewards kind of killed a lot of my interest to even try. Like, real talk. Yeah, I still want to, like, at least give it a go. Alright, finally, real fights. Ultimate Double Plus is the Ruby Dragon. Red Dragon, not the Ruby Dragon. It's a different game. Two weaknesses. He'll blow up pretty fast. I'd imagine that some elemental phases are worse than others. I think I read that they have different weaknesses, or not weaknesses, stats effects mattering on the phase. Alright, so, okay. That was actually a question I had. Is it better to just wait him out instead of actually trying to DPS down his phases? And it seems that you just wait out the 24 turns, and then the real fight starts. So plan for the final phase and bring a good healer. I guess you want to bring a Dispel to that fight too, just in case he goes into the Holy Phase and buffs himself. I'll try and see. Like, the main problem right now is that Crumb and Rob have both lost a lot of interest in Record Keeper. Crumb just because he doesn't have a lot of time, and Rob mainly because this game is the buggiest piece of shit ever at times. So it's hard to keep a team together. Luckily, the 220s haven't increased in difficulty at all, so we can still just do those every week and blow those up. Yeah, Rob had already been playing Grand Blue, and Crumb sort of migrated over to Grand Blue. So now we have a Grand Blue chat. But that's going to happen when a game goes on so long and really doesn't change up the formula at all. Really what it is it's like literally both of them say, I'd be more interested if the game didn't crash constantly. And like, that's it. Final Fantasy Record Keeper is a terribly programmed game. It's completely awful. The only reason both of them still have the game installed, I think, at this point, is because I asked them to do multiplayer. Alright. Ruby Dragon. Rule number 1. Don't cast Reflect on yourself. It may seem like a good idea. Ruby Dragon will remove it. Also Red Dragon, not Ruby Dragon. Ruby just sounds better. Also, because this boss has no status effects, you can easily just bring status resist accessories and deals very little damage. I'm waiting for the other shoe to drop on this boss and actually become threatening out of nowhere. I know it has its ultimate Flare Star though. Flare Star might do something. It could do something. It has its ultimate Southern Cross, so that is a move that exists. I feel like the game is tricking me. This is an ultimate with an overinflated HP total, right? What's your deal? What? What are you gonna do? Alright, Flare is a powerful spell. Here we go. 4 digits! Well, that damage existed. I think normal Southern Cross did more damage. I wonder if I could have foregone Shelga and pulled this off. Also, sorry, Zane Zero, I didn't want to answer a question that was a little off topic. So I didn't answer your question when you asked it. Am I excited for getting more rubies tonight? Unfortunate thing about that. Yes, I'm looking forward to the 20 that I get, maybe. 6 is not a very good realm for me. The main reason for this being that, like, okay, I don't have a USB in 6. One of my best characters that I have the most stuff for is Locke. And, like, one of the good things of that is I have his chain. The bad news is that means jack and or shit in the Torment, where chains don't matter. And the rules are made up. I don't have decent healing. I have okay healing. I know I can clear the 240. That's about it. We might have another situation like last week where I have a pretty good setup. With the execution, not so much. The worst thing of it all is that... Oops, I forgot to pick a move. Oh, I put this one together yesterday. What was the move for this team? I think I'm looking for dog buff. Lord. I lost my train of thought completely. Oh, the other good character I have is Terra, and I have no way to buff magic in Realm. So, I'm a little dead in the water. We'll see how far I can get in the 280 Torment, but I predict not clearing. But I've been proven wrong in the past, so we will see. Yeah, I know, Faith, but the problem is I don't have the slots to put it in. Actually, overall, and we'll see if this holds true, I feel like this event might be a tiny bit of a backlash to the previous one. The Type 0 one of over-tuning. Because I really felt like everything in this event was really easy. That red dragon I didn't even test. It's just like, I looked at the red dragon on paper and it was like, you don't seem like you do much. Like, even this guy right here, there's an Apocalypse Plus, whose big gimmick is, does a stop. His stop is single target, or two target only. If I wanted to be ballsy, I could get through this with only one cast of my Roaming Warrior, and let it be a day. And just, you know, risk, hey, maybe he won't double up on me. There's the first one. I don't want to DPS him too hard and him... Oh wait, there we go. Now I can DPS him harder. Oh, also this is his big thing, is that when he gets lower on health, he gains a counter. Combat King. Hell yeah. I'm actually gonna leave him hasted. Let's see how threatening this is hasted. Let's see if the fight is dangerous now. Ah, we found a move. There are some cores that use 5-star abilities, besides the two that you listed. Eventually, he will fall. Maybe to... No, Combat King is not up. I was gonna say Combat King. Nice. Okay, finally for a fight that actually poses a bit of a threat. Pardon me. Fiend. Fiend's gimmick is being 100% weak to holy, which is weird. Why? Why 100? I mean, his other gimmick is he targets and can stop. That's it. What I'm getting at is this is a very easy fight. His weakness numbers are... This is odd. His weakness numbers are like one of the reasons that I'm saying that I feel like this event is a jump back in difficulty, and sort of like as a knee-jerk reaction to how rough the previous event was. Which, again, I think the difficulty of the previous event was fine, outside the Sid missions. Those were a problem. Don't worry, it has to load up a different song. Yeah. I think it's a little bit more. Alright, there we go. So, the Haystaga there on Deuce is actually just not filler. Actually, not just filler. There we go. I'll explain why that's there later on. For now, your boy here, the Fiend, throws out some magic, some physicals, kind of mixes it up. But nothing overly threatening just yet, as you can see. As you know. As you know, I fear no man. I agree that the goddess is a scarier fight. So having a knight on the team, like Taunt, is a smart move for this fight. Yeah, that's what I figured. Slightly more damage, but I like to save those uses. We're going to see one of the most threatening things that he does in a moment here, I think. And it's not be horribly weak to holy damage. That's not it. Hello. The move. There it is. So it's low chance, but that is a stop. It's 30%, I believe. So with Affliction Break, you can way lower that. If you wear a stop and resist, you're virtually immune. Hello, targeting. Welcome to the next gimmick. He targets somebody and then hits them with a piercing attack. So that version doesn't do too much. It's just a hit, really. The second version of Fiendish Rage, however, that we should be seeing shortly. That one's a bit more potent. if we even see it. Is it real? I'm just gonna start using these Swift Blades as DPS. And we're safe. Targeting. Finally here. So in a moment here, now, you may be asking, Newbie, what did that even do? It seemed like it hit a bit harder. Well, it's also a Dispel. We'll see how much that actually matters. The correct answer is it's not going to matter. Ultimate Northern Cross is actually the scariest move that the Fiend has, because it's just, it hits pretty hard. Also, yes, Kasumi, that is a super. Adhering to the gimmick. But you see what I mean about the fights for this event? They just don't seem that threatening. I say this like, maybe they pulled it back because of reaction, but then, you know, think hindsight of how long game development takes. There's no way that they could have been reacting that way to a previous event. I don't know. This fight is weirdly, this event is weirdly easy. And I have no idea why. I've been watching Loon's videos of it while I do my write-ups for Reddit. I don't know when I would, because, you know, I have my RPG nights, I have my longer form game nights on Thursday, whatever the fuck Wednesday is, Hoshigami. Maybe I'll do it on Saturdays. But I have been looking into, or thinking about, hard mode. I've been contemplating hard mode. What if? And there was something unsatisfying about the playthrough of 6 I did. Like, 6 is an alright game, but what if hard mode? Huh. Yeah, hard mode's main problem is that it falls apart in World of Ruin, which, if you're asking me, Final Fantasy VI kind of does, period. But that's besides the point. Well, with real weapons. FF6? The FF11 squad. 5+6. Huh. I didn't know you had that move. Wild. Let's see if I can make it without having to recast the Roaming Warrior. Everybody just had temp HP. We're all full again. What if I don't even steal? What if I just go? 1v1 me, Dragon. Well, that was a dragon. He existed. He's dead now. That fight is. Surely, though, the Fiend with a lesser squad. Now, Sephiroth. will pose a challenge. Habit, sorry. I try not to hum or sing or whistle into the mic, because I know that doesn't give people a good ear feel. Oh, that's no problem. What? I always think about what on a stream would bother me and make a habit to avoid doing those things. Like playing well. Seeing people play well just aggravates me. Why would they do that? Joke's on you, I'm good at video games. I'll tell you what though, listening to like all my favorite music during Hoshigami, it is very hard not to sing. Ah. Welcome to it. One of my biggest issues with Realms DSP is it super feels like it underperforms a lot of the time. Oh, I'm gonna sneeze. Alright, I'm good. Welcome to the fight. It's gonna play out like this for most of it. I will say this though. That single target ice spell. Oh, you almost had me. Is runicable. So there is that. Everybody needs 3 Assault Sabers. I'm alright. I'll live with the 1. Secretly, one of my other gimmicks is showing that you don't need to go crazy on multi-hones to make it. Time for dice. Roll them dice. Aww. No high rollers today. Unironically, that also does an attack, a defense resistance down. That's the real reason I just did that. I just love this animation. Oh, it's attack res down. Whatever. I might have to check my spreadsheet then. I might have put it in wrong. Wall wore off. Oh, he's okay. You see, wall we're off. Bear is fine. Bear is powerful. We have a tank. A boss that's actually tankable. Yeah, no, not bear, but bear. Different characters. Not bear, but bear. No, this boss is so easy. Yeah. Finish off with style. And, you know, I like to fire out these Alt double plus. Oh, I've never opened this bottle of water yet. Nice. It's good flavored water. Master of Magic. This boss is a pain in the ass. It barrier changes. Neutralizes every element that's not weak to and absorbs the opposite. So, be wary. We're kind of going to ignore the gimmick. To an extent. Did you know Bart's has Combat 5? 6, I guess? Bart's is a thief. Also, like, there's so many aspects of Bart's that people miss. Does he have sharpshooter? I can't remember. I know he has ranged weapons. Oops. Did that thing where I opened up, like, my BIOS. Because I hit the wrong hotkey. And when we're done this fight, we have 4-ish more to do. Welcome to the age where people could be starting at different speeds. Vulnerable to fire. So really, Magic Master's big, deadly thing is Ultimate Ultima. Ultimate Ultima deals a lot of damage. Reviewing the footage of the last time I fought this guy. Mind you, we also had lesser abilities. Jesus Christ. Yeah, welcome to his gimmick. He hits very hard. Really, one of the main difficulties of this guy is counting your abilities. Yeah, no, this is a real double ultimate. Damage. Numbers. Also, yeah, you could just go non-elemental. Uh-oh. Well. And this is why you need count. When this guy initially dropped the first time, his conditions were rude. Because they required you to hit, like, the first 3 weaknesses. No, it's not required RNG. The barrier change is sequential. This is the main RNG aspect. Sure can fire off Ultimate Ultima a lot. But we have better moves now. Alright. Let's do an outro for this video. And then move on to the next video. I need to check 1 or 2 things real fast. Might be a bit of a looping here. Ah, I can use this, good. Alright, so I start here, jump in, break it down, and then whenever I finish the previous fight. Alright, and then... Okay, cool. Yes. So that's it for the FF6 event. Next time, it's going to be a double feature, for sure, of FF8 and Octopath. We're getting that Octopath collab, which I'm super looking forward to, and I hope it pays off and is interesting. So, yeah. I'll see you then. Alright. Let's hop in and... set up for the next video. Oh, LB tool, you'll find. That was just the end of the first video. There's still... We're only like halfway done this stream probably. So stick around. There'll be some good shit. No. Yeah, this is a... Fuck, what is the... There we go. Nice, that's some good things to pull off of the, that banner. BSB and LMR. You get better at cropping this thing. Alright. What's my naming scheme for this again? Tor 2. Okay, that's the naming scheme for the things. Whoops. Tor 2. Should bring up that. Tor 2. We only had 4 Torment so far? Feels like we've had way more. Hey, no. 6. That makes sense. That's an error noise on my part. Are we getting Octopath characters? Maybe. We actually don't have vocal confirmation. But it is themed around 2 characters, so there's a good chance. I hope it's not just shared SSBs. See, here's the thing, alright? They said that they want to do this, and they're releasing it. The actual challenge event banner image just says get 5-star accessories. Well, wait, hold up. Let me go into my things here. Fuck. The Kingdom Hearts one did say recruit. Oh, man. So, they said that we want to bring this worldwide because of the popularity of the Kingdom Hearts event. And if they bring it worldwide and it doesn't have characters in it, they fucking completely missed the reason that the Kingdom Hearts event was popular. Anyway, I'm pretty much set up to go, so let me do my video intro for the second video. Second of 3. Actually, hold up. How good would the soul breaks have to be worth pulling? If they're just shared, unless there's something really good. Okay, so to explain what Matufin is talking about on the Octopath collab, the only time I've ever seen a shared collab soul break that was worthwhile was, I forget which one it was. It was like one of the Saga ones, and it was a 30-30 that was shared. That's the only time that they're worth it. If it's something super viable, that's the only time. And even then, it's not worth pulling. It's not worth pulling if they're shared. Yeah, the Valkyrie profile one was just shared soul breaks, and they all sucked. One was like a book that did dark damage. That's it. Yeah, especially if it fests 2 weeks. Alright, anywho. Now for real. Hi, I'm the WanderingNewbie. It's time for another Torment. This time, it's FF6, and our boss is Rexol. Big gimmick of this guy is that piercing. He deals a ton of piercing damage and comes with those 2 soul savers. You're actually going to kill the soul savers. They revive after 5 turns, but leaving them up is just not a good idea. The other really big thing that he does is he does a doom to the person in slot 3. So just make sure you finish the fight fast enough. And sleep to slot 1 and 5. This is actually a big one. The sleep is unavoidable, to my understanding. And it's just really rough. You have to have ways around this sleep. No 2 ways about it. One moment. Lord. Okay. Oh. 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 After I just said earlier. Lord. I have been going off of not a huge amount of sleep. The last 2 days, so I'm a little woozy, especially after a 6-hour stream yesterday. On top of that. Yeah, to give a brief rundown of what my schedule the last 2.5 days has been. So, had a bunch of a bunch of extra work that I had to do for work on Friday, segueing directly into the Lunar stream. Immediately after that, hung out a little bit, and then I had to put in some extra Hoshigami work. Ended up going to bed around 3:30 Friday night. Got up at 7:30 to go to my grandmother's church because it was the anniversary of my grandfather's death. God rest his soul. From there to breakfast, to my parents' place. Came home at 3. did a little bit of errands, a little bit more Hoshigami work put in, and then Hoshigami happened for 6 hours, after which I sat down for an hour to finish up some stuff in, what's it called, Grand Blue, before that event went away, and then I passed out. Got up this morning at 9 o'clock to go to regular church, and came home and passed out for 3 hours. I'm a tiny bit tired. Just a little. But enough vamping. Let's get to it. Game Y. We were just in an FF6 event. You have the music in memory. You're killing me, Smalls. Alright. Rule number 1 of fighting Rexol. Kill the ads. Rule number 2 of Rexol. Don't ever count him out. He deals a lot of damage. Cool drag. What you're seeing right here is why 100% you kill the ads. They deal real fuck damage. Flare Star is the only move that he uses that actually respects resistance. I don't respect Flare Star. I maybe should. It might make my life easier. Lightning resistance is absolutely the thing that you want for this, especially A, for the ads, B, one of Rexol's actually most damaging moves is lightning based. Full turn. That would be why. Unfortunately, I don't, and I don't know how you would slot in like a purely Magicite answer for Rexol stuff here. Oh, for the move. The move. Incubus Poltergeist is in fact the move. Alright, now we hold Leo's turn. Is this difficulty 280? No! This is the 240. Terra's not here because I don't have an in-realm magic boost. Luckily those ads won't be around too long because Leo's gonna blow them the fuck up. What do I have on Terra? I have like her OSB. I have her OSB, I have her Glint. I have good stuff on her. It's just that she's not self-sufficient. Oh my god. Ah, why am I fumbling with buttons? Well, I'll take that. For 3 supers, or actually nothing, a super and unique and 2 bursts. That's not bad. Alright, but V Prisoner, do you have a magic boost on your team? See, I don't have her trance. The other exceptionally nasty thing that this fight does, like it's really, really rude and really nasty, is that in this, the oops, that's wrong. Hold up. So as I was saying, the other extremely nasty thing that this fight does, like more so than anything else that it does, is in this, the realm where Runic lives, the boss doesn't have anything runicable. Well, it has one thing. That's it. And I think it is from the Sabers themselves. Like the boss, this guy on the left, doesn't have anything runicable in the realm where Runic lives. Oh, this is not going to turn out well. Okay. I suspect that my entire strategy will, of course, fall apart as soon as I hit that magic HP threshold where sleep occurs. Where I sleep. Real shit. And then, you know, Flare Star happens and I just die. Be the devil. Well, this is a problem. Alright. Lock, I want to believe. That is just not enough damage, Lock. Thank you, Enkidu. Faithful companion. Yeah, I should have reactivated the Realm Chain. That was my mistake. Oh, jeez. Well. I want to believe. Fuck yeah. My boy. Alright, so there are still very nasty moves from here, for instance. But making it past the sleeps is actually one of the roughest parts of this fight. Yeah, Haste Dagger wore off at some point. The time for Haste Dagger will be whenever Enkidu recharges. which may just not occur. We may die here. My boy. Realm's gonna die here. It's unfortunate. Oh, this is extremely wipe at this point. I did my dangest. He just deals too much damage. Maybe I can get to another 10%. Well. That shock, though. Well, okay. Normally, this is where the video would then fade out and cut in, and I'd be like, haha, let's go into the harder one. I'm gonna save everyone some time. All you'd see is me easily dying before I get anything up. Like 100%, that's what would happen. But hey, I didn't even think I was going to get that far. I almost cleared. That team is landing something on Celis away from pulling that off. Alright. That would be the fade out, fade in. The Crucible got new monk abilities, right? That was what they did for it. And Chainstone got. Yeah, this is the prep for Lightning Magicites are coming. How much is each of these? 180? I just don't have enough. So I might invest in Blast Spell. Just at that coverage. I'll hold on for now. Well, the problem with investing in Earth Iron Fist is I don't have an Earth Monk. Like, I really don't have anything for an Earth Monk. What if, though? Well. One last thing I have to check before we transfer over. And actually, I'll be right back. I gotta go to the bathroom. Alright, back again. Oh, get myself situated. I can't remember where I intro and outro these videos. Welcome to the common occurrence. Alright, so I actually start this out here, hop in, okay, cool. And then I do actually outro on the main screen. Good, okay. Right. Big. Hi, I'm the Wandering Newbie. It's time for more Record Keeper. Today, we got another corridor of trails. This time around, being the corridor of mechs. They're becoming a bit more interesting with this. All the bosses in this being mechanical in nature and weak to lightning. Alright. Whoa. Beep. 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 Also, starting off with an apocalypse fight. Not really easing us into it. Pardon me. Trials 03-2. Oh, big beep. The weapons surpass beep. Oh, that's an equal sign, it's not a dash. So, Beep the First here has a slew of physical attacks that are pretty nasty at that. I might have not come properly prepared because I have more magic mitigation than physical. We will see. The other thing that it does is there will be a point where it starts to repair itself, and if you don't deal so much damage in that time, it repairs itself, which is bad, as you might imagine. The threshold's only 60k though, so it's not that hard to hit. that value. That record materia value. Yeah, this one seems simple enough. Also, because the boss does no status effects, and we know that its piercing attack is fire, you can just bring fire resist. Well, her attack isn't... Hold up. I'll look at things on the side now that punched in commands. Okay, cool. She doesn't have just 465. That's the wrong move. Well... It'll be fine. She doesn't have just 465 attack. She has way over that because piercing or something wore off. Sorry, I'm having brain farts now because things are happening. Right, Rasmo is giving her a 50% attack boost, and Riku, in turn, is giving a further 30%. Sorry about that. My brain just kind of stopped for a second. Damage became real there at the end. Yeah, so Albed Brew is a 30-30. It's a 30 attack, 30 magic, so it stacks. She gains boosted Dragoon damage from her legend materia, and then a further 30 from her record. And like for reference, let's just do the math here real quick. So she has 465. Oops. 465 normally, times 1.15, or 1.5 times 1.3. Oh, I fucked this all up. 165 times 1.5 times 1.3. She actually had a magic stat of like 900, almost double that. Oh yeah, it's the passives too. So I'll break it down a little bit further. for the next boss here, which is carry armor, which is going to be a thing. I really don't know how I'm going to go about this boss, but we'll see. Here we go. So passively, on top of all those things, so that's a boost just by having a spear and using Dragoon abilities, and then this is a 30% boost. So she has boosts, buffs, further damage. Also the 40% off of the spear and the armor lightning boosts. So here's one that I, in particular, wasn't sure how to go about. But we'll see how this goes. I really have no idea how this is going to go. I have a pretty goofy strategy built up here. Pretty much just entirely based around one thing I know about this boss. Let's do a retake of that once we get in here. I paused that entirely the wrong time. Had to stop and think. That's right. I forgot that was fucked up on the previous one. Right. I got one little thing I need to fix. With that in element. Third time's the charm. You gotta be fast on that trigger, though. Alright, if this works right, it's not going to work right. Well... Well... Other way around. Oh, come on. Good enough. Well, actually, maybe. If I stabilize, we'll know. So I am attempting an extremely risky strategy here. So the big move is that lapis laser is piercing. Yeah, I need to not get hit. Unless I heal myself. Oh, fuck. Well, what if we just kill it? I'm not gonna live. One more try. I think this strategy can work. I gotta hit this, the right combination of moves right at the start. That's just always gonna do that. She's hitting. Alright. She's hitting the damage cap. There's one more move to do here. See, I delayed just barely. Second territory goes off after the body slam. Big brain. Now, it doesn't mean that it doesn't still hurt like hell. The Galaxy Brain was expecting a double cast. Well, that's not going to be a mastery. But Super Soul Breaks. The main problem was I couldn't find a combination of things that allowed me to do this with Super Soul Breaks. Like, I had a bunch of extra mitigation stuff I could have brought on Kate Sith. Wait a minute. Shout wouldn't do damage. Shout would be dead in the water after Shout went off. That's a DPS check at the end. 100%. Oh, wait. Right. No, they're asking can't I bring Shout as a character instead of not. I mean, here's the big thing. That was just to clear. If I just, you know, finagle some things right here. You're fine, actually. Don't get anything off, you're fine. Like, really, it was just, I was using Super Soul Breaks. Because, watch. Oops. Misclicks. Not a good way to start. Weird. I guess it's just because they're not weak to lightning. Rex is just Shout, but also gives you a damage reflect barrier. Yeah, see, this isn't gonna work. Wait, bigger brain. No, this is fine. Well, alright. Now I'm just fed up with this. Un momento. Well, also, Forbidden Power gives a crit boost, which is what I am lacking right now. That's why, like, things like one of the arms isn't dying like he did on the previous attempts. There's also something else I'm just gonna do because I'm done with this. I want to move on to the final one. Magicites matter. Fuck him. Carry armor was in the underground facility. It was guarding one of the huge materials. Also, magicites matter. Anybody tells you that magicites don't make a big difference, you tell them they're wrong. Yeah, nobody really ever talks about carry armor because it's kind of a nothing part of the game. It's this weird run around that they make you do. They're like, oh, we're doing something with huge materia. What's huge materia? Who knows? We don't want them to have it though. Alright. Obliterator deals pretty significant damage. And slowly ramps up as the fight goes on. It has counter status moves, which I just recommend Unicorn or some form of Astra. Or summons. If you can run a summon team, just do that. If you can run a mage team and bounce spells, do that. I chose not to, because that would be really tedious and take a very long time. I need another forbidden power. Forbidden power would be optimal. Heroic soul actually works, but yeah. Go for the optimal, right? Might be banking on a rant. Oh, there we go. Was there an FF6 event recently? Yeah, that was the early part of the stream. It was remarkably easy. What? Oh. I mean, Gao had to get good eventually. Hmm. So yeah, I said before, this idiot does a bunch of status effects. Counters physical attacks, sometimes with blind. Counters magic, sometimes with silence. And can just, has a chance to counter anything with brain farts. Nice! Has a chance to counter anything with sleep. It okay. You know, you said this one was pretty easy as far as trial bosses go, and, you know, I figured, like, it probably is. Like, I have a good lightning team. This is considerably easy as far as trial bosses go. See, even from my own experiences, it just seems like the blind isn't common enough. Like, yeah, I can counter. Will it, though? Probably not. Dozer Ball. Also, it's not 100% hit chance on the counter. It could put you to sleep. It might. It might not. We don't even get to see its big move, its big defense-piercing move. Well, only one way to end this. Oh, we can't. Well, there's only one way to end this. 3. 2. and won. God, compared to carry armor, that was cake. I'm going to do an outro for the Trials video, and then I'm going to do banner review, and do some pulls too. There's going to be, there's stuff I haven't pulled on that I'm going to pull. So that was it for the Trials of Mech. I haven't kept track of what the order that the corridors come in, so I don't know what's next. But whatever is next, I'll see you next time. I should have waited a little bit more before hitting that for the outro to finish, but whatever. I don't give a fuck. Hey, look at these two Crystal Tower banners. Don't pull on them. They're garbage. Alright, so first up, let's do the, Nice. The lightning banner. First up is Palom's Thunderstorm, which is 10 magic lightning ice to one enemy in ice, magic resistance boost, and black magic double hungry cast. Very powerful. Yeah, if you get this makes him dive worthy, because his dive is double cast, so just good. It's up there with Orlando's. Oh, lightning boost. First of all, Luminous Dragoon is 10 jump lightning on elemental. In lightning, raise attack and defense 30%, and remove delay from jump actions. Now that's not airtime, that's just delay. You can combo this with his... Sorry, what was I even saying? You can combo this with... Oh my god. My head might be too muddled for banner reviews, but I will soldier on. You can combo this with the Dragoon remove airtime move and have him kind of go buck wild. Royal Brotherhood. This makes Edgar gross and diveable. 10 range poison, fire, lightning. Ability boost to Machnus abilities, and reduce the delay of Machnus abilities and cause poison, fire, and lightning Machnus abilities to have a follow-up that has high chance to imperil, based on the move that you use. His dive, I think, is double cast, Machinist. And then he also has the LMR that is triple cast. It's really fucking solid. No, what is his dive? I'm pretty sure. Hold up. I actually remember to grab my iPad before coming in here. Yeah, I thought so. Yeah, he dives to double cast. So yeah, Edgar is very good. But he kind of needs this to really go off. If he doesn't have this, then he's just all right. Ash's USB is also pretty powerful. It's a 10 magic lightning, non-elemental in lightning, a magic resistance boost, and causes black magic abilities to have a follow-up based on the number of, like, the hone rank that they are. It's a 10 to 6 hit follow-up. Very, very good. Trifecta drill is 8 poison, fire, lightning. Temporarily raise attack and defense a 30%. Remove the delay from the user's actions for 1 turn. Command 1 is 2 hits, poison, fire, with a chance to lower fire resistance. Command 2 is 2 hits, poison, lightning, with a chance to lower lightning. It's okay. It's solid. I wouldn't pull for this, but if I got it, hey, I have something for Edgar now. I might actually use them. 20% chance to imperil? It's okay. Dusk's Decree, with a small lightning boost. Deal 8 magic lightning to 1 target. Enter burst mode in lightning. Command 1 is 4 hits with a drain. No, just a heal. Command 2 is 2 hits. Anyway, aside from being an ease mat killer, this is just really good. It kind of makes her self-sufficient. Just solid BSB. Yeah, she only has 1 BSB. It's just good, though. Arane's Cowl with a small lightning boost. I wanted to show this off in that Obliterator fight, but it just didn't come to be. I've never actually used this. Small boost to lightning, deal 8 lightning dark to 1 target in lightning. Enter burst mode. Command 1 is a 2-hit, jump attacks, and remove airtime. Okay. Command 2 is a 2-hit and boost lightning, boost your unit abilities. So it might kind of want you to go Command 2, Command 1, and then use a jump. It's okay. It's solid. Usable out of 10. Play rough, old, but good. 6 magic, lightning, fire, ice to all targets. Infused with lightning, enter burst mode. Command 1 is a 4-hit lightning, fire. Command 2 is a 4-hit lightning, ice. It's good for barrier shift bosses. That's about it. That's like the outstanding use for this. Aside from that, just good for a lightning mage. Ian lightning is pretty good. Lightning boost. Instantly deal physical lightning non-elemental to 10 random targets. Hyper break. Enter burst mode. Command 1 is a single hit lightning with a magic down. Command 2 is a single hit lightning with the mind down. It's alright. It's Hyper Break. And elemental damage, so not bad for Torments. On top of that, though, the 7 Torment kind of wants Dancer and wants Kate Sith, let's be honest here. But it's a plus lightning spear, so take that as well. Alright, begin in lightning. Powerful. Dragoon boost. It's alright. Machinist abilities trigger 2 more times. Broken. Start in lightning. Good. Start in lightning. Good. So all in all, this lightning banner is actually really powerful. There's nothing on here that I outright hate. Or even dislike. Everything on here is very, very solid. If you are in need of lightning, go for it. I, unfortunately, am not. I can sub 30 Kraken. However, the game sees fit. My boy! My boy came home! My boy! I can't stress how happy I am, actually. I really like Kane. Oh, man. Already off to a good start here. Cool move, game. Chain 2.0 out of 10? Yeah. Like, there's not much to talk about. It's a chain. If you pull this, nice. Awesome. Water mages. Kefka's USB. Not familiar with this one. Dark boost. 10 magic dark poison to random targets. Temporarily infuse the user with power of dark. Enter Forge Magicka EX. Magitech EX. Temporarily raise the user's magic moderate amount and cause the user's dark abilities. Trigger follow-up. Magicka Blast. Magicka Tech Blast. Deals 4 to 8 magic dark poison non-elemental. Increases more each time it's used. That seems alright. Dark magic. Yeah. Which means you'd be doing it with darkness stuff. But that's fine. That's solid. Darkcaster. Twilight Requiem. Temporarily lower attack, magic defense. Sorry, so Hyper Break. Protect Shell Haste. Yeah, that's alright. Yeah. Rad. Yeah. Maul's a dancer. 10 range physical fire. Temporarily infuse the user with fire. Remove delay from the user's actions for 1 turn. Adventure EX. Temporarily increase attack. Causes your flame abilities to trigger follow-up Valiant Flame. Alright. So right now that's you're probably going to utilize this with Ruby Spark, but eventually they're going to release those thief abilities that synergize very well with this. So that'll be nice. Soulburn is bad. .txt. Harness the Fiend. 8 magic dark poison to random targets in dark. Enter burst mode. This is the one that is the Squall BSB copy. It's a 2 hits and a charge with a magic reduction as well. Command 2 is a charge usage. It's okay. Unless the multipliers on this sucks. This is fine. Why because of the magic reduction? It's a drain. You lower their magic and gain a stack. It's fine for what it does. And honestly, yeah. It's a unique ID too. It works like Solution 9. Star Prism. 3 white. Cura level Medica and Last Stand. Instant on Command 1. Medica on Command 2. Here's my issue with it, is it's one of those BSBs that has very mediocre damage on entry, where I wish it healed more. That's about it. I wish this was a Curaga level heal. Aside from that, yeah, it's comparable. It still works this day. I used it today. An hour and a half ago, God. Perdition's Phoenix. Between 7 and 10 physical fire. Weird. Infuse the user with fire. Into burst mode. Attacks dictate it. Flame Cannon is 4 physical fire, non-elemental to 1 target. Temporarily raise the attack and defense. Very small amount. Each time the ability is used, up to 8 times. Command 2 is physical fire damage. This seems, yeah, not that great. It's an fire. That's about it. The commands don't seem that great at all. Mostly Mega Flare. Deal 7 or 14 random attacks with an attack magic break. Enter burst mode. Excuse me. Card Trick is an attack defense reducer. Magic Mystique is a magic resistance reducer. It's fine. This is good. It's a very good support BSB. Oh, I'm leaning very far back in my chair right now. Love Serenade. Grant haste to all, raise magic in mind. Enter burst mode. Command 1 is a single target heal. And major regen. Command 2 is a holy magic attack with a magic reduction. Pretty good for magic parties and allows Maul to do his stat reducing healing thing that he's just like weirdly mixed in there. It's fine. Alright. Start and watered. Fine. Oh, I gotta take a drink. My throat's starting to kill me. Small chance to lower attack magic in mind of all enemies when using dancer abilities. Really rad, actually. Small chance to enable an ally to avoid, so chance to grant magic blink on single target. It's why does she not have a double cast? Chance to double cast dark abilities. Fine. Increase the duration of stat debuffs. This is okay for what he does. So all in all, this banner is alright. There's some old stuff on here, and that's really the damning thing on it. Some of the BSBs are really bad. All the 6-star stuff is fantastic. But yeah, some of these things are just old. This is old and bad. Star Prism's alright. I just mad because it could be better. Yeah. Fest is in 2 weeks. Excuse me. Anywho. Omen. 10 magical fire, non-elemental. Infused with fire. Enter Magitech EX mode. In Magitech EX mode, reduce the delay of the user's actions, increase magic 30%. It's solid. It's really good. It's also one of the longest lasting EX modes, if I'm remembering correctly. So just really good in that situation as well. It lets Terra just kind of pop off and be very, very good. Forest Nocturne. Temporarily raise the attack magic in mind of all allies 30% and reduce the delay of their actions for 3 turns. Also really good. For Mog. Just solid party boost. Avenger. Raging Fist. Deal 10 physical fire non-elemental to 1 target. Remove the delay of the user's actions for 1 turn. Temporarily increase the attack and resistance 30%. Infused with fire and calls the user's fire abilities to trigger a follow-up Firebird Strike. Dealing 3 to 6 physical fire. Number of attacks depend on the user's attack. Good. Raging Fist is very, very good. Really just kind of lets him pop off as a monk in like very good ways. Riot Blade, Bushido Oblivion. 8 physical fire, non-elemental, in fire. Enter a major retaliation stance, so better retaliation damage. Increase the damage of the user's critical hits. So this needs crit fix, pretty much, to make this work, and combos really well with the samurai move that you need to be in retaliate to do stuff with. He dives into double cast samurai, so that's also a whole nother thing. And yeah, just pretty good overall. This does work. And we just got better samurai moves in that 10 event that this can combo off of. Also, good job having a reskin of an Arin sword. Fire boosting gauntlet. 8 magical fire, non-elemental. In fire, enter burst mode. Command 1 is a 4-hit. Deals more damage if the target is vulnerable. Has higher potency, I should say. Command 2 is a 2-hit with a magic defense bargain. It's alright. It's an in fire and there's a magic boosting on it. No, high retaliation does consider retaliation for samurai moves. If it did not, that would be really dumb. Invincible Blade. 8 physical holy ice to 1 target. Enter runic, high runic. Increase attack and defense 30% and enter burst mode. Command 1 is 4 hits, holy ice. Increase spellblade damage for 2 turns. Command 2 is 2 hits, holy ice, with an attack defense bargain. It's a runic BSB, and runic still has its uses. I still find moments where it's like, I do my write-up and somebody's like, hey, you can actually use runic for this fight. And I'm like, right. Runic exists and breaks fights where they allow it to exist. Small water boost. 7 magic, fire, wind, earth to all targets in water. Enter burst mode. Command 1 is 4 hits. And give somebody magic blink, which is cool. Command 2 is 2 hits that actually ignore resistance. So, one moment. This is a cool utility BSB. It's actually really nice. I like the fact that it can give Magic Blink. I like the fact that it pierces resistance. Both really cool things. It gives Strago some pizzazz. Also, it's a water boosting cloak, so that has use as well. Shuriken Storm. 7 instant range, physical dark to all targets in dark, enter burst mode. Command 1 is 4 physical dark. Command 2 is 2 AoE dark. It's old. It's old, but it's an in dark on the ninja, which allows them to synergize greatly with those ninja moves. So in that regard, it's nice. Also, it's instant, so I'll take that as well. On the Hunt. Small boost to fire. 8 ranged physical fire. In fire, enter burst mode. Command 1 is 4 hits with a reduced delay. Command 2 is 2 hits with a mug attack. It's in fire. Until the better thief abilities come out, this has less of a use. Once those come out, this is way better. Whoa. On luck. But this does work. Ruby Sparks works. Celeste's cloak. Excuse me. Small boost to holy damage. Small chance for spellblade abilities to trigger twice. Fine. Wish it wasn't on that. But if I remember right, her dive actually has a really cool thing to it. Chance to fire, or start and fire, which is fine for Cyan. Start and dart, it's fine. Start and fire, more niche, but still fine. Hey, scaling, trash. So yeah, all in all, it's actually somewhat better than the first banner. The first banner has some cooler 6 stars on it, but yeah, this is very solid across the board. Except for that one LMR. Not that one. This one. This one's a problem. This is a bad LMR. Yeah, the most damning thing I can say about that banner is Fest is in 2 weeks. Well, nice. Well, I'm ready for the actual pool I'm doing to be garbage. I would have laughed if I got Sabin's LMR too, because I already have it. Oh, I don't even know what realms this is, but I won't look. Well, that's a dupe. I think it's boost, though. It is boost. Well, alright, that's fine. Water armor. Hey, I would be more mad if I didn't get like 2 fucking boss pools right before that. Okay. Hey. You two people. How you doing? He's still here. Thank you for watching the whole fucking 3.5 hour stream video. Goodbye.